right? Because well, it's a little scary out there. Anyway, welcome to HSN. I'm wrapping up our big Black Friday event, and we've got a brand new item I want to show you, and everybody loves it when we do the Bell & Howell torch lights. This is the latest version of it, and it is a 2-pack. They're perfect stocking stuffers. Great for that neighbor, maybe walks the dog late at night. They'll really appreciate this. And this is multifunctional. So let me just go over the colors, because everybody's going to get 2, and they do come boxed, which is great. So what we have is aqua, blue, green, light pink, orange, purple, red, black, and gray. Now we literally just launched these, and in one airing earlier today, 4,300 were ordered. We have sold 27,000 sets of these very, very quickly because they're brilliant, they work great, and they're an awesome, easy gift idea. So joining me right now is not Lou, it's actually Chad is joining me. Hi, Chad, welcome.
Hi, Suze, how you doing?
Hi, buddy.
Hey. The Bell & Howell Torchlights. You're right. This is an annual tradition. We bring it out every single year, but you know Bell & Howell, a company that's been out over 110 years making quality products here at this network for a decade. But let me jump right into it. Welcome to my home. Everybody says, if I'm buying a flashlight, how bright is it? Well, there's one button on the very front, that red button. When I push that, I get the light on top, which is that beam of light. You can see it here in my home on the back wall very easily. If I push that red button again, are you ready for this? If you're not at your television, come over, because when I push this red button, it's blinding with a floodlight. This is just one light. I just want to make it very clear. Let me put my hand over it. See the background? And then when I open up my hand, all of a sudden, I'm flooded with light. You push that red button again, I'm going to get that emergency red flashing light. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on a couple of the torch lights, the 2 pink to be exact, because I want to show you a couple of features. This is the flashlight that articulates completely. Bring it right down here in front of me because it stands on its own. That means for you, when you're doing the work project, when you're crafting, Suzanne's a huge crafter. You know, her Suzanne Running on HSN page, that's where I get all my crafting tricks. And whether you're going down, if I'm doing a little intricate work here, or up, it stands on its own, but it also has magnets. So it will magnetize to anything on the bottom or even the back. And then there's even a hook that pulls up out of it. So if you want to hang it from a tree branch, it goes completely around and articulates. And for the first year ever, and I mean ever, we've had lots of years of these, as Suzanne can attest to, we put a window breaker and a really safe seatbelt cutter on it. You won't cut yourself. Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge upgrade, Chad.
It really is.
Look at this. So that's what he's talking about. Here's the window breaker. So again, if you happen to be in a situation and you need to break the window, it's virtually impossible to use your feet or your hands. You have to have a very specific point to be able to do it. And they even gave you a little protective cover. Love that. And then here, this is going to cut the seatbelt, Chad. That's a great upgrade. We've never seen that before.
Right. A lot of the reviews and over the iterations of this over all the years, there's been thousands of reviews. Everyone keeps this, well, they tend to keep it in their glove box. And we thought, hello, I mean, why are we not putting a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker if they're going to have it in their car? Yep. Let me do this. I'm going to just show you just how bright this is. My 2 red, because you get 2, one right here, you see it. I'm going to walk back with my other one. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm like 9 or 10 feet, really, if I counted correctly. And you can see me, right? Can you see my hands back here? Yeah. I mean, I'm completely flooded. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that hook up. I'm going to put it on my belt loop. And now, as I'm walking, I'm going to wave my hands like a crazy person. But here's my point. I can be seen by you, right? So flashlights sometimes always aren't about you seeing, it's about being seen. So if I'm out walking the dog or taking the trash to the curb, I mean, I live in Tampa. It's about midnight at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in terms of light. If I'm going to walk the dog, I want to be seen. I don't care if I look ridiculous or not. I want as much light as possible. Right. In fact, even if I wanted to do the red flashing light as a little bit of safety, sometimes it's not always about, you know, what you can see in front of you. It's about the car that's oncoming seeing you. Right. But it's the black ice, it's the snow, it's the puddle. Keep it in the car door. So when you open the car door, you easily have light. But Suzanne, the really tough decision is what color to pick.
The colors are great this year. Okay, guys, so we're gonna look at them again. This is the aqua I have in my hand. And remember, it's a 2-pack. You get 2 of the matching boxes in the same color too. So there's your aqua, there's the blue, that's gonna be your gray. Down there on the end, you can see that's orange. Now coming up on the back side, this is gonna be your 2-pack of the red. But look at this, if you're buying it for the chicky poo in your life, I love the pink. So you get a 2-pack of pink. Then we have the neon green, here's the black, and then here's your purple. Now, here's the other thing that makes this really fun, is especially with the girly colors, kids love flashlights. I don't know what it is about it, but they love to have their own flashlights. And what's really neat is, let's say you go for the pink for the girls in your life and maybe one of the darker colors for the guys. Everybody loves them. You can throw them in the stockings. It makes a great little extra gift. Like I like to give one hopefully decent gift, and then I always feel bad if they only have one thing to open. So I like giving them a little something extra. This is practical, it's smart, and it's something you're gonna really, really use. And you know what, Chad? It is bright as all get out. Like when you were talking about being able to really fill a room up. Let's say, you know, what happens, Chad, we're just getting through this hurricane season, but now we've got winter storms. We're talking about electricity out. When you have these lights, it does emit a lot of light, and obviously that's a bit of comfort, especially if it happens to be an emergency period.
That's absolutely right. My parents are actually here. They came in for a week for Thanksgiving, and I was talking about what I was presenting tonight with you. And they said, you know what's so funny is your sisters always steal those from our houses. And I said, well, that's funny because I've sent to their house many sets. And they say, yeah, but they still steal ours. So here's what I want you to keep in mind. This is something that might get stolen by your family members, because once they realize it's a really soft, rubbery grip. I mean, it's not like that cheap plasticky feel. I know you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. When you hold this in your hand, you know it's quality, and you know it's Bell & Howell because it has the brand name right actually on it. So if you are giving this as a gift, they're going to open it up. They're going to see Bell & Howell. They're quite frankly going to think you spent a lot more money than you did because of all the features. There's like 9 different features with the hook and the window breaker and the seatbelt cutter and the torch light right on top and the floodlight on the very front. And the way it articulates, I think, is why it's been so popular over all the years, because if I set it on the countertop, it can very easily go from lighting a room to, if you're doing a little crafting, you can light below you. So it's all of a sudden back of a keyboard or writing.
Sewing. If you do a lot of sewing, usually if you have an older machine, they don't have the really bright LED lights in the machine anymore. This is going to give you that. It's great for hobby and crafters or beading or doing any jewelry. All right, so there's the flashlight, right? But I want you guys to see, look at that. Now, it's funny, I'm going to go around the front so you can see my table. Now, I'm standing obviously right over the table, but look at how much lights it's emitting. And what you're not seeing because of our cameras is I am lighting. It's very difficult to see because our cameras suck up a lot of light. But when I turn this, I only have one on right now, right here. It is literally lighting the entire back of this set. And again, unfortunately, that's not super visible when you're at home and you're watching, but you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get it. It literally was lighting all the way from the fireplace through the steps and over here to the other side. And I only had one lit. So that really, truly is how powerful this is. Also, just a great gift idea, right? Because everyone needs it, everyone can use it. And you know, I don't know what it is, Chad, but my husband, I think kids are obsessed with having their own little flashlights because they have fun and they build little forts, they have a little slumber party or whatever. But I think guys, my husband must have 8 million flashlights, and I always buy him our Bell & Howell because he really loves them.
Yeah, and well, you know, they won a lot of Academy Awards for their lighting. I mean, because, you know, Bell & Howell, they've made movie projectors for so many years, so their lenses and their lighting is really what set them apart from all other companies. But a little bit earlier, as I was getting ready, my mom was down here, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just land at the Tampa airport? I'll just start landing planes with these things because you're getting 2, and if I turn around, sorry to turn my back towards you, but heaven forbid if the power went out during a hurricane, I could put one away, look, put it against my leg. This is still just one. I mean, if Suzanne is right, her multi-million-dollar cameras in the studio or my $99 webcam on my computer, it shows the difference. But if at any point in the last few minutes you've thought these were bright, wait until you get them home, because I could get rid of all my facial features. Look, can you even see me anymore? It's like I'm gone. Whether it's just walking the dog or giving it as a gift or using it in an emergency situation, you're getting to. You play a little game at holiday time, maybe the $10 gift game. We do that in my family. I'm always looking for something that's worth more than $10, but only cost $10. So my family thinks I spent a lot of money. But it's the doctor, it's the nurse, it's the nail tech, it's the kids running out to the school bus, and you go, here, honey, hand this to your bus driver because they're getting up at the crack of dawn and they're doing the afternoon shift to pick the kids up, and it's dark outside. Matching gift boxes, as Suzanne pointed out. And the big test is, does it fit in a stocking? Here's that beautiful pink. Yes, it does fit into a stocking. So Suzanne, what color do we love?
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm totally loving the pink and the purple. Purple's my favorite color, but I love the pink. But the blue and the red are the most popular. And again, it's red, orange, pink. Then we have gray, bright green. That's our light blue. What are we calling that one? That one is just blue, okay. Then we have black, and then this one's gonna be aqua, and then that's, of course, is the purple. It's just the easy item, you know? And remember, after a couple of days, actually at the end of Monday, this whole free shipping deal's over. So if you're gonna get multiples, just do it tonight. Instead of waiting and that kind of the last minute, you're not even gonna be rushing out because a lot of people don't wanna go shopping. You just look here tonight and go, you know what, that does take care of that neighbor. Maybe you've had a neighbor who's been just wonderful to you this whole time. Maybe they always check in and say, hey, you know what, let me go get you some groceries because I know you don't wanna go to the grocery store right now. You maybe don't have a giant budget to give them a gift. This is really a thoughtful gift because it's something that's practical and they'll use it, and it is incredibly versatile. And remember, I love the new upgrades. We did not have this last year. You're getting the thing that actually breaks your window in a car, so if that's an emergency, that's on this side. This one is actually going to tear your seatbelt. So if you get stuck in an accident and you can't get out because your seatbelt's locked in, this is gonna be able to rip or cut the seatbelt. That's on that side, and that's a brand new feature. And if you don't mind, with about 30 seconds to go, can you take us through all the ways you can use this once again?
Absolutely, yeah, of course. So it does have that articulating base that clicks into like 7 different positions, forwards or backwards. On the bottom of that base is going to be 2 magnets, so you can stick it to a side of a car if you're changing a tire. And then the back of it actually is a flat magnet, so the side of a refrigerator. I have one on the side of my trash can. And then, of course, you get that hook if you're going to hang it out when you're camping. But Suzanne, the rubberized grip, the Bell & Howell name, it really is a piece of quality.
It is, and you know what? It looks and feels and acts more expensive than 10 bucks. Thank you, Chad. So good to see you. All right, we got more coming up, including a sneak peek at midnight. I know you've got some surprises up your sleeve.